What is this networking stuff you're talking about? All right, well, let me tell you. But I'm going to start with some great news for me. I got a job after 9 months of being on the lam. I am working. Happy, happy, happy. I was laying out all my videos that I wanted to do, and this happened, which is fantastic. But then I kept thinking how it happened. Networking. Who knew? Hello, moin moin. I'm Crystal. Glad you're here. So, job searching. I've been this entire time, weekly, daily sometimes, on LinkedIn, all the other sites, looking at videos, reading books about the best way to look for jobs and what to do to get the jobs. I had all kinds of tutorials on setting up LinkedIn to be the best so that you get out there and people see you. I didn't really try networking, but let me tell you, we should try it. So, let me do the story first and then we'll dive into some tips for you. I was laid off in November. My last actual day was December 31st. So January to September, no job. It was sucky times. So August, I'm in LinkedIn. For whatever reason, I was tooling around. LinkedIn popped up and asked if I wanted to write something stating that I was looking for work. Sure, nothing else has been helping. I used their pop-up template and just said, I'm looking for an opportunity. We appreciate your support, and posted it. The next day, I already had comments on there, people like thumbs up, reposting it, which even that was, I mean, some of the people I still kept in contact with, but some of the people I hadn't. So that was nice. And then not even a week or so later, a prior boss who had left on their own from the company I got laid off from, he had left like 8 years ago, something like that, and we had not kept in touch. So I haven't talked to him in a long time. And he just messages me on LinkedIn. Are you still looking? Da da da. Da da da. Bing bang boom. He had some positions that were open, had one that he thought I might be a fit for, and I was. I got the job. I am working. I just started this past week. It is oof, a huge, huge, huge relief when you get the job and, things are back to normal, at least in that sense. Networking it's important. When I was first laid off, a friend of mine kept saying, you need to reach out to people. I did talk to family. I did have other friends that said, go look on my website and see if there's anything and use my name. They're very gracious about that. On LinkedIn, I had messaged a couple people. One person didn't even reply to me. And the other person, I hadn't even asked them to network for me or anything. I was just, hey, how you doing? Because they didn't say bye when they had left. And he automatically went to, I'll ask around for you, which I was like, okay. So from that, I just figured, well, I'm not going to bug anybody. When I originally was putting everything in LinkedIn, my goal was, part of that was to reach out to people. There's a lot of people that I didn't keep in contact with. And I did feel like if I was reaching out to people that I hadn't talked to for a while, that they'd be like, why are you bothering me with this? I don't know why I always decide how other people feel. So it just felt sketch to me, so I didn't want to do it. In retrospect, it would have been good for me to just talk to everybody, reach out to anyone. If you're not talking to them anyways, then you're still not hurting anything. And in some cases, you get to talk to people again. Let's look on LinkedIn and I can show you what I'm referencing. Tip one, before we get into the networking piece and starting to contact people, let's make sure that your LinkedIn is updated. So we'll go into a background picture, your profile picture, and definitely you want to add your title and some key items about your special qualifications. This first part, the whole purpose is so that when people go to your page, they've got some initial information to help them. So they're not having to read everywhere. They can look at the top of your profile and quickly see a few things about you. So let's go through each of those items and can show you what you should be looking for. Do some sort of background picture, something that grabs their attention, something specific for your field that you can add. That'll be great. Google all sorts of images, LinkedIn stuff. They're all over the place. Just watch out about copyrights. So your profile picture, if you want to add it, click on it, add your picture. As you can see, I used an older one. I like this one, so I'm keeping it. But it's up to you what you want to use. The next item, if you look next to your name, or if you see next to my name right now, it has a check mark on there. Having the check mark verifies that you are who you say you are. I mean, you could still be a scammer, but it's verifying as a scammer, this is what you look like, this is your name and such. It's really easy to set up. You just answer a couple questions. I think I had to upload my license, and then boop, you get a check mark. The title area. This is a key piece of information. When you're in your profile, there's a little edit button. If you go in here, where it says headline, anything that you put in here is going to show here. Utilize this space to cram as much information as you can. What are your different talents that somebody's coming out here and what's going to stand out for them? Put your current title. If you're not working, then you just have more room to put all your qualifications. Certifications, put them in here. When I wasn't working, I had a Scrum Master, Team Lead, Product Lead, Project Manager, my certification. I put that in there. Now that you've done some key changes and optimized your LinkedIn profile, we can get to networking. Tip 2, post on your board that you're looking for work. Create your post. Hello, I'm looking for a new role. I really appreciate your help, support, whichever one feels the best for you. And then you can have like a little section that says about me, and just high level, like go through your resume and pick out some top recent things about yourself. I'm looking for this type of role or these ranges of roles. Like I was looking for Scrum Master or IT management because at the time that's what I was looking for. If you have certifications, like I have these certifications in this region, and you can say wherever your area is, or remote, and you can put remote anywhere. You can put, like I put remote on Eastern or Central time zones because I want to do normal-ish business hours. And then a little blurb that's a little bit more personal. I'll put that in the comment somewhere, what I had written, or you can look on my LinkedIn and you can see exactly what I wrote. And I'd love to reconnect with you, share my experience, and catch up on what's new in your world. If you hear of any opportunities that you think are worth looking into or are open to chatting, send me a message or comment below. And then use the hashtag open to work. Recruiters use that. They'll search for open to work and then come up with the search results. So anything that helps, put that in there and then just post it. And anybody that is following you will get this message. And from this, I had multiple people that commented on there and also reposted for me. So even if you get one bite, it's better than nothing. ChatGPT is a great tool to use. Sometimes to start, it's difficult for me to think of like what's the perfect thing to write. So if you're the same, or if you just don't want to spend 20 years trying to figure out what to write, you can use the free version, paste in your resume. You can say you're trying to make a LinkedIn public post to request help on finding a new role, and then ask it to craft a short, like 1 to 2 paragraph statement for you that you can post on LinkedIn and then review it, because sometimes they'll put weird stuff in there. But I found that to be a good help. And I would also recommend that for updating your resume and cover letter, any of those things. It's much quicker, and then you can just go through and review them afterwards. And you can also, on any of your posts actually, if you want, you can feature this. So if this is something that anybody that's coming out and they're seeing any post that you're doing and you want this one to stick at the top, and that way it's always there. Tip 3 in LinkedIn, go through your networking list and pick out some people to catch up with, write to, and see if they can help you to find your next position and to maybe reconnect if you haven't talked in a while. So the next thing with networking is reaching out to your family and friends off of LinkedIn to see how they can help. Where are they working? Is there anything open where they are? Can you use them as a name when you apply for a position? Anything you can offer? Get me in there, coach. No, it's not funny. Let's be serious. Tip 4, and now that you've gone through your networking list and decided on who you think you should talk to, you want to write something and then paste it in to each of the people that you're going to message. hey, I'm looking for a new role. Do you have something in your company that might fit? This is what I'm looking for. Here's a quick background, or I can send you my resume. Would like to get in touch. Thanks. I mean, as simple as that. You don't want it to be a novella. You just want to get in contact with them, see what happens from there. So the next item is kind of part of that. If you don't hear from anybody from the messages that you sent within a week, I would suggest just reaching out to them again. Hi, checking to see if anything that might be a fit for me. Spend a few minutes catching up. We haven't talked in a while. If they don't get back to you after then, I wouldn't contact them again, but it's not up to me. This is just me suggesting. Tip 5, the last item that I would suggest is going beyond your network. So look through LinkedIn at either people that you follow that are not network, or if there's people in companies that you like, you can reach out to them to see what they can suggest. You never know, they might respond back. 0 tries gets 0 response, right? So you don't get anything if you don't at least put yourself out there. Great advice I should have listened to. So to recap, so 1 tip, optimize your LinkedIn before you do anything else. I gave you a few high-level items, but there's a lot you can do in LinkedIn. Tip 2, once you've updated your LinkedIn or your LinkedIn is already up to date, sending out the public post on your LinkedIn profile. Tip 3 is reviewing your connections, both your network on LinkedIn and family friends, to see who might be able to help you in your search. Tip 4 is creating a personalized message for your LinkedIn network and messaging them to see if we can network and get some job hits back. Posting the message and then following up. Tip 5, go beyond your network and LinkedIn. Reach out to people and see if you make connections that way. That's it. I hope this was helpful. Comment where you are on your job search. Share what you're looking for and we can all help each other. Feel free to reach out to me if you're job hunting. I'm more than happy to help if it's possible. Thank you for watching, especially if you've reached the end and you've listened to me going on and on. Hopefully this has helped you. Please, please, please learn from a bad mistake and network. Go network for yourself and get you a job. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye. Moin moin.